What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another video. So we're back out here on Falls Lake. Y'all are about to get out here and do some more springtime fishing. I'm pretty excited, y'all. Today's supposed to get up into the 80s. Gonna be pretty hot today. It's definitely gonna start to feel a lot more like spring. Hopefully the bass are thinking the same thing. So stick around, stay tuned, and I hope you guys enjoy today's video. We're at our first spot of the day, back of a little creek. I'm starting off the morning with a little shaky head. Just trying to get a bite, really, try to figure out what the fish are doing. Throwing this little shaky head on it with a methylate trick worm. Apparently this color is a pretty good color for the springtime, which I've never thrown it. Flipping some wood, some rocks back here. So I'm waiting, I wanted to get up to like 60 and stay there. But right now I'm seeing 58 in the back of this creek, so I'm probably gonna move. There we go, got one. Oh, it's a good one, dude. It's a good one. Oh, dude, it's like a 4 or 5. Oh, let's go, dude. I'm on FaceTime my buddy Sam right now. Say what's up, Sam.
Dude, that shit.
Let's go, y'all. Finally got our first one of the day. It didn't take too long. Right there on that methylate worm, on that little shaky head. Probably, I said 4 or 5. It's probably like 3.5, maybe 4. Good way to start the day. You got her tail's looking a little bloody, y'all. That's a good sign. That means they're up here. Get her back in. Let her go back to her bed. There she goes. All right, man, let me talk to the camera real quick.
All right, you good? I'll call you back.
All right, later.
All right, yo.
All right, y'all. Well, I was just on the phone with my buddy Sam. I got my first fish of the day while doing it. Just on that little worm. Like I said, I was gonna start out throwing. I think it's about a 1/4 ounce, maybe a little bit lighter. Methylate Zoom trick worm. I think it's a 6.5 inch trick worm. 7-foot medium heavy rod. And I got a 7.3-to-1 gear reel and 12-pound fluorocarbon. But I figured I can use this shaky head to hopefully really just try to get some bites. Try to figure out where these fish are at, where they're hanging around at. There's another one, y'all. Oh my gosh, dude. Buddy thinks he's an acrobat. There you go, jump up into the boat. All right, we're doing something right, I think. Look at that perfect hook set. Right at the top of the mouth is coming out of his nostril a little bit. All right, I'm guessing this is probably a little male. I'm probably gonna flip back into that same spot, see if there's a female in there waiting on him. Right there, I'm just on a steep bank in the back of a creek. There he goes. There we go, y'all. There's one on the jig. That's a big one. That's a big one. Always a raptor on my trolling motor. Get up in here. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. That feels good. Look at that tail. It's all beat up. Even that fin right there. Definitely doing what I was hoping they'd be doing by now. She just choked that jig. Look at that jig way down in there. I thought it was going to be a giant. When she first jumped, she seemed like she was huge, but she's only like 2.5, 3 pounds. She goes right back down where she was just at. Just a little PB&J jig, 3/8 ounce. So I actually dipped the tails in a little bit of chartreuse. Try to make it look like a bluegill with a little bit of a lighter tail. 7'3" inch. It's a mag heavy fast action, pretty stiff flipping stick. 8.2-to-1 gear reel, 20-pound fluoro. Again, that one earlier, she ate on a point leading into a creek or leading into a little shallower area. And that one, you know, that was right there on that little point. And I was thinking, I was like, dang, that's very similar to the one I caught earlier. Similar spot, and sure enough, got another bite on it. There we go, y'all. That's a good one. That was crazy. There we go, another good one on the jig. Oh, that was sick, y'all. I threw it up into this little pocket here, and I feel like a huge thump as soon as it hits the water, basically, and I see a swirl right where my jig landed. I reeled down, saw my line was just moving off, and I did not want it to get around that stump, and so I set the hook as fast as I could. Another probably 3.5, maybe 4 pounder. That jig just choked. Another one with not super bloody tail, but it is a little bit ripped up, a little bit red. Looks like it's a little bit irritated, as if she probably is starting to bed. She was up shallow, getting onto a nice little place to start making that bed. The bites are definitely few and far between. I don't think there's a lot of them up shallow yet, and if there are, probably a lot are being caught because it's super busy today. This has probably been the nicest day all spring so far. All the spots that I'd like to be fishing right now have people in them or on it. It's not very often. We're not getting many bites today. Luckily, the ones that we are getting, most of them have been pretty good. I'll definitely take these 3.5, 4 pounders all day. Look at that tail though, just dripping with blood. Okay, I don't know what happened to this one, but I don't think it was on. Let's get a weight on her real quick. 4 pounds 9 ounces. I'll take that any day. No eggs coming out of her, but definitely, I mean, that tail is dripping, so we're just gonna go ahead and put her back. There she goes, right off that little point. I've been going all up and down the creeks, y'all. Haven't really found any in like the real shallow stuff. Trying to figure out where the bigger ones are, because I know that these 3.5, 4 pounders are in areas like this, but haven't gotten any of those big ones yet. I don't know if they just haven't moved up, or maybe I need to be trying something different for some of the bigger ones, or maybe I just got to weed through some of these smaller ones. I mean, they're still good ones, but maybe I just have to weed through some of these to get the real big ones that I'm looking for, you know, like the 5, 6, 7, hopefully an 8 pounder, because 8 pounder would be my personal best. So that's the whole goal, y'all. We're looking for some big ones, looking for some big girls on beds. Can't believe I just did that. Oh, I hope that wasn't a fish. Kind of felt like it, but the boat was also moving, so I couldn't tell if my line was moving. I felt pressure. A lot of times when you break off on a fish, they come up and start shaking. So that makes me think that it was probably just a log that I was just wedged in. All right, y'all, well, I think that is gonna wrap up things for today. Ending things on a little bit of a low note with losing my jig. I think I just hit like a log or something and thought that it was a fish. I'm just gonna tell myself that. Who knows, it could have been a 12 pounder, you know, maybe a state record or something. We'll never know. Anyways, y'all, fish are finally up here spawning. I keep thinking, you know, oh, we're getting some warm weather this week, they're gonna move up, and then right after that we'll just get a cold snap and it'll drop back down again. But now I think they're finally moving up. They're finally actually getting on beds. No giant ones today. I was hoping to get, you know, maybe a 5, maybe 6 pounder today, but you know, this time last year I caught some of the biggest fish of the year doing this same kind of stuff. We're just flipping up shallow, looking for fish on beds, and so I've been trying to replicate that for the last few times I've been out here. Finally, it seems like they're starting to do that. So that little jig and the shaky head with that methylate trick worm, I mean, you know, that color, that bright orange color, I mean, it looks like nothing. You know, I don't know what it could possibly mimic besides it just being bright, and the fish are just mesmerized by it being bright. So I feel like I've seen videos of very old school bass fishing, and I think a lot of them did use some of those brighter, kind of more obnoxious colors. And you know, I guess over the years we've just been going more and more natural to kind of compensate over more and more fishing pressure. But I guess sometimes they get overlooked, they get forgotten about, and something like a methylate worm might work. So, you know, maybe go and start looking through your grandpa's tackle box, see what kind of worms and what kind of baits he used to use, and maybe that'll work. Who knows? Anyways, y'all, that's gonna wrap up things for today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you're new here, what's up? My name is Jamie. I'm from North Carolina. I do freshwater and saltwater fishing here on my channel. Really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. Share this video with a friend if you think they might enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.